Emergency U.S. Congressional hearing was held in Washington, D.C. Thursday to examine the international efforts to contain Ebola. Testimony from a volunteer organization made a dire prediction about the spread of Ebola in Nigeria and drew scathing remarks about global response to the outbreak. VOA's Pearson has more.
The head of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Thomas Frieden, told a House of Representatives subcommittee that even though the Ebola virus is widespread in 3 West African countries, it is a controllable disease.
It's important that we keep in mind that we do know, even without medicines that are specific to Ebola or a vaccine, we do know how to control it and we can stop it.
Dr. Frieden said supportive care saves people's lives. This includes providing fluids and oxygen if needed, as well as nutrients and monitoring vital signs. This type of care can help a person with Ebola recover. Dr. Frieden also said the international community can help West African countries with the Ebola epidemic screen travelers and prevent those who are ill from leaving. This too can help contain the virus. Samaritan's Purse is a Christian organization that provides support in Liberia. 2 Americans who work for the charity, Dr. Kent Brantley and Nancy Wrightball, contracted the virus and are now being treated at a specially equipped hospital in Atlanta. Ken Isaacs from Samaritan's Purse said his organization saw the crisis coming in April, but the international community ignored pleas for help.
The international response to the disease has been a failure, and it is important to understand that.
Isaacs testified that a coordinated international response is the only way to slow the spread of Ebola, because the health ministries in the affected countries do not have the capacity to handle the crisis within their borders. He warned members of Congress that Ebola is going to come out with a fury in Nigeria in about 3 weeks, because a man who contracted Ebola in Liberia traveled to Nigeria where he died. Carol Pearson, VOA News.
Well, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we covered. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54, and check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com.